Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that are linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. We are off to a winning start. Yes. Oh man, I'll tell you, so happy. Woke up this morning in such a good mood. You know what I mean? The best game to win is on a Friday night, first game of the season, because you can just chill out for the rest of the weekend, enjoy it, watch everybody else play. And listen, in stark contrast to last year when we lost that first game to Brentford, I remember that. It was a horrific weekend. But and especially I remember Tottenham, they beat Man City. I'm like, it was awful. It was awful. But what a difference. And a lot of that difference going down to the fact that it's the new signings that we've brought in. Brought them in early. They've been able to have a full pre-season. In the case of Zinchenko, not a full pre-season, but a pre-season anyway. And it showed. The quality of those new signings showed. Zinchenko, an assist for the goal, looked sharp until, inevitably he got very tired in the game. But I thought he had a great performance. Gabriel Jesus in the first half, he was absolutely electric. That's what Mikel Arteta said. He goes, he was electric, and he was. And had he had scored that goal when he'd done that little mazy run, I mean, that would have been unreal, which Martinelli should have scored, by the way, in the end. And then the third guy, right, now listen, he's like a new signing, and that was William Saliba. He was absolutely amazing last night. I know he's not a new signing, but he feels like a new signing. We've got to take our hat off to Mikel Arteta. He was the one who decided, no. He's not going to get enough game time if he comes in now. We're going to send him on another loan. And we were all moaning at the time, me included. I'm not putting myself out of it. I was like, I want to see Saliba now, play him now. Mikel Arteta's like, no, he's got to go out, gain more experience. He went away, went over to France again, had a great season for Marseille, burst into the French national team, one young player of the season over there in the French league. And yesterday he was amazing. Up against Wilfried Zaha, what a performance William Saliba put in. And when you look at his stats, he was the man of the match with all the fans. He was the man of the match on all the TV outlets over here. 100% of his take-ons were completed. 100% of his aerial duels won. 94% pass accuracy, 49 passes, 7 ball recoveries. He was absolutely superb. And, for his first game in the Premier League, away at Crystal Palace, a very hostile place to go to put in a performance like that, I thought was absolutely brilliant. Now, nothing but positives to say about Saliba. I mean, fantastic. However, right, and I don't have to put a dampener on this, right, but when I look at his contract, it expires in 2024. That means he's got 2 years left. Was originally signed on a 5-year contract. For 3 years out of that 5, he's been away on loan. He's been away at Marseille. He's been away at Nice. He's been at Saint Etienne, right? He's gained all the experience, done brilliantly. Now we need to sign him on a new contract. Now, the talk is that we've been working on a new contract, working to sign him to a new long-term contract, and it looks good. And if you listen to how William Saliba was talking after the game, he was like, you know what, I needed to go away on loan because there was a lot of talk that he was very disgruntled about that, but he's like, I needed to go away on loan. I've gained the experience, and I'm so happy to be playing at Arsenal. I think what Arsenal have to do now, they got to tie him down to a new long-term contract. They've been working on that, and hopefully we can hear some news on that. I think that could be some of the biggest news of the transfer window for Arsenal if we get that done, because if not, there's going to be clubs coming for him left, right and centre. When you see some of the... I mean, how much would he be worth right now? Fofana at the moment, who, by the way, used to be his teammate at Saint Etienne, and he's been brilliant as well, even though he had that bad injury he's just coming back from. Chelsea are after him. Probably going to have to pay 85 million pounds to get Fofana. Will Saliba must got to be worth, just about the same amount of money. I mean, so we've got to make sure we tie Saliba down, because We don't want to go through this season and then come the end of next season now, or come the end of the season, he's got 1 year left and there's clubs left, right and centre coming in, offering him deals and a move elsewhere. And I'm not talking about small clubs. I'm talking about that would be the big boys coming in. That would be your Real Madrids. That would be your PSGs and teams like that with lots of money, Man Cities. So we've got to tie him down, and I'm sure that's going to be a priority number one for Mikel Arteta and Edu. Interestingly, Mikel Arteta was asked about it after the game. What else are you going to do in the transfer window? You know what I mean? Your signings so far have impressed, but what else have you got in mind? This was his quote. He says, we're going to try. There are a few things that we have planned. So he said that there's more business to be done. There's things we've got planned. Is one of those plans Yuri Tielemans? There's talk that Arsenal could put a bid in for Yuri Tielemans come Monday. That is what some of the talk is saying going around. Certainly spoken about this quite a lot over the past few days. Leicester, not in a good place at the moment. I was watching a press conference with, I was watching an interview actually, it was with Brendan Rodgers yesterday, where he openly admitted that, they may not make any signings. And to make any signings, they have to sell players. And Schmeichel's gone, their talisman. He's gone to Nice. They're under attack left, right and centre. Maddison, Newcastle are after him. Fofana, Chelsea being ultra aggressive, trying to get Fofana away from them. And Fofana wants to go. And Yuri Tielemans, they seem resigned to the fact that they're going to lose him because there's only 1 year left on his contract. This could be the time for Arsenal to strike and try and get the Yuri Tielemans deal done. Because as I said, they can't, he admitted it. They can't buy anybody until they sell some players. I don't know how they've got themselves into this position. And it's not looking great for Leicester at the moment. Even Ricardo Pereira, their outstanding right back, he's picked up an injury. He's going to be out for 6 months. Real shame for him. But could that be, again, something that inadvertently helps Arsenal? The fact that, Pereira's going to be out. They might have to go and get a replacement for him, but they need to sell to buy. So maybe they'll accept a lower offer for Tielemans. This could be the time for Arsenal to strike. And as I said, Mikel Arteta saying that they've got things planned, and you would have thought Yuri Tielemans would be in the planning. And looking at it yesterday, I thought Thomas Partey was excellent. Xhaka was excellent in midfield. But what if one of them are out? You do need that added quality in that midfield area, and I think Tielemans fits the bill perfectly. Arsenal also linked today with this guy, exciting player, Moussa Diaby of Bayer Leverkusen. Now, according to an outlet called Football Insider, they claim that Arsenal may make a move for him before the end of the transfer window. He had an outstanding season last year, 17 goals and 14 assists. Another French player, by the way. What a crop of players they've got over there in France. He broke into the French team as well. And as I said, a really, really good season. He's an electric player, super, super quick. Now, Newcastle have been trying all summer to try and sign him. They've had a lot of difficulty. They've supposedly made a couple of bids which have been turned down. It looks like Bayer Leverkusen are looking for around about £60 million, which is a lot of money. He still is only really, really young. But as you can see, last season, great season, lots of goals, lots of assists, and a really exciting and dynamic player who can play on both wings. Now, we know we need a wide player, and we know we need a wide player that's going to score goals, because the only thing I look at and I say, if Jesus is out injured, it's just Eddie Nketiah that we've got, really, as a striker. I look out there, I don't think there's a lot of other strikers out there, but what you can do to solve the problem is have lots of wide players that score goals and affect games, and Moussa Diaby fits the bill. And as I said, can play on either wing. So let's see how that one develops out. No definitive link on it, But this outlet, Football Insider, claiming that Arsenal, they claim a source of theirs, claim that Arsenal are going to have sanctioned the move and they're going to make a move for Moussa Diaby. I mean, he would be an exciting signing. So let's see how that one works out. Lucas Torreira, looks like he's agreed to sign for Galatasaray. Fabrizio Romano, I saw reporting that he's actually signed the deal and he will join Galatasaray in a deal said to be around about £7 million for Arsenal. And Lucas Torreira, a bit of a surprise for me. I thought he was going to want to go back to Spain. Go back to Italy, which is where he came from, and then he had a very good loan move there last year. But it looks like he is definitely moving to Galatasaray. And again, we all know about Arsenal saying that they want to get players off the books before they can sign a few more players. This will be a significant one. Him being a midfielder leaves room to bring in Yuri Tielemans. So that's why I'm saying we could see movement on that next week. And also Pablo Mari. Now, he's been heavily linked with a move to Monza. I've been speaking about this one a lot, that Monza want to get him on a loan with an obligation to buy if they stay in Serie A. However, there's another Italian team, Hellas Verona. They would like to sign him on a permanent deal. So they've come in. They want to sign Pablo Mari on a permanent deal. Again, Fabrizio Romano reporting that Pablo Mari is going to definitely leave. It's going to come down to one of those two. I think Arsenal would rather get the permanent deal done because, you know, a loan move with an obligation if you stay up, you know what I mean, for a brand new team coming into the division, I don't think that's going to be what Arsenal are going to be willing to do. So he could end up at Hellas Verona's, could be Monza. There's been rumours even of AC Milan. But it does look like Pablo Mari is on his way out. It was quite significant that he wasn't even on the bench last night. You can look at that bench last night and see some of the players that were missing off of it, and it really does give you an indication of some of those players that are going to be leaving. So listen, great start to the season for Arsenal. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Listen, almost universally amongst the fans, bring in a couple of more quality signings, and this team really can do something special this season. I really do feel that a chance of getting to that top four is definitely there. Big up all the Arsenal fans from last night. Check out all of our videos. Make sure you check out as many as possible. We spoke to loads of fans at the ground there at Selhurst Park, in the studio as well. The watch-along was brilliant as well. We had the watch party with a load of fans on there. It was absolutely brilliant. So make sure you check out all of the content here on AFTV. There's also going to be a Forever Arsenal later on with the lads chatting about the game yesterday as well. So absolutely fantastic. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll be back tomorrow.